Hey, it's Dr. Brian McKay, Core Health in Darien. Welcome to my podcast, Not Just a Chiropractor for Stanford, Darien, Norwalk, and New Canaan. Pretty long title there. Hopefully you like it. Today I want to address foot ankle pain. Now, first thing saying is, what is a chiropractor going to do for feet? Well, there's 26 bones in each foot, so you only have 207 bones in the whole body, so you got 52 bones in the feet. So the majority, one quarter of your bones in your body are in your feet. So what will happen though is people a lot of times wearing poor shoes. And I should make a disclaimer. I cases I take on are typically the ones that haven't responded to a podiatrist. So first line defense is a podiatrist. I have no problem with that. It's not an ego thing. It's just, hey, let's get these. I just want to help people. So it's like if a podiatrist is going to do it, that's fine by me. A lot of times they've got their own methods, and a lot of times they will prescribe orthotics, which help support the feet. Because what will happen though is there's two terms that you should be more familiar with the feet: supination and pronation. So supination means when you walk, that the weight is like your foot's going to gravitate to the side, to the small toe. Pronation means your weight is going to go more towards the big toe and the ankle. All right, so there's two different things. So remember, supination goes outward, and pronation goes inward. And what will happen though is that pronation is probably more problematic. Well, they're both problematic. But what happens, you're going to have with pronation. You're going to have the foot tends to flatten, and when the foot tends to flatten, you're going to have some issues there because now you've lost the arch. And the arch is a huge. It's an engineering marvel. Okay, I think it was Michelangelo said that. Don't quote me; it could be Da Vinci, but one of those two. The foot is an engineering marvel. And what happens is you have that arch, and arch holds up our body. And as we get older, and that arch breaks down, we start to lean forward. The foot flattens out. I mean, the simplest way to work on that is to have a get an orthotic. Go see a podiatrist. Get fitted for a good orthotic that will help support you. Because when the feet start barking, you having problems. I mean, foot pain. So many nerves in your feet because you have motor nerves and a ton of sensory nerves, but also the nerves that require balance and feedback to the brain. As far as that relates, you really need to have good feet and solid support, proper shoes. People will wear shoes that do not fit, or you buy your shoes online and they're not properly fit. You can expect a whole host of problems. You're inviting problems, as a matter of fact. So here, what I would suggest is, maybe go to a shoe store. They still exist, and get fitted for properly for shoes. If you're having a problem, go see a podiatrist. Now, here's what happens when I see a case, and I treat a lot of plantar fasciitis, which we're not going to go into today. It's really basically just the structure of the foot. All 26 bones. And what will happen is a lot of times, when you have stresses, and the stress is it's not just like one point. So the stress will go and spread to other areas. So if you have excess pronation and it flattens the foot, it's going to cause your tibia to roll in the opposite direction. And it's going to cause your femur, and it's going to chances are to bring the pelvis down on one side and the pelvis higher on the other side. So you have a whole cascading effect, negatively cascading effect, that really will cause you back problems, hip problems, knee problems. So, the chiropractor is supposed to toe the party line and say everything's in your spine, but it really does start with the feet. And if your feet are not properly supported, it's going to cause problems elsewhere. I mean, if you're prone and say you have already had knee surgery or you got a bad knee, an orthotic might not be a bad thing. Orthotics can be very expensive. One piece of advice I offer just patients come in, there's a brand called Superfeet. And what I do is it's like $35, $40. Those are your low-level entry orthotics, which can do the trick most of the times. It's not everybody needs the $4, $5, $6, $8, $900 orthotics, but if you start out with the $40 ones, the $35, $40 ones that work, we can save you some money. I think you'll be happy, and your feet will be happy. Also, too, is your back is going to be happy. It's going to have more support. So I'm trying to understand that the feet support the entire body. They go wrong, they go rogue on you. Not wrong, they go rogue. And all of a sudden, you're having more problems in your knees, your hips, your low back, your sacrum, pelvis. So it's really important to, one, don't underestimate the importance of having good fitting shoes. Very important. Um, don't hesitate to go to your podiatrist because you may need an orthotic. They'll determine that. Um, the other thing too is, I mean, when you say you sprain an ankle and it doesn't get back, the joints don't go back into place. I adjust a lot of feet, and probably one of the few chiropractors in the Stanford, Darien, Norwalk, New Canaan area that does. And you'd be surprised at how much pain relief you can get for people because all of the sensory nerves, your brain is relying on the input for balance purposes. Really, it's probably the most important part of the nerve intervention from the feet to the brain is for balance. So it's really, I can't stress the importance enough that you need to make sure you're having the feet regularly, regularly checked out by a podiatrist. If you need an orthotic, you get it. Well, so the foot is a major player, a lot of pain syndromes. It's a chiropractor. We find which bones are out of place, we move them. It took a long time to get proficient in adjusting feet, but the fact is, you can help a lot of conditions, a lot of different conditions feel better. So it's not just ankle sprain; it's really more for chronic foot pain. Chronic foot pain will respond nicely, and you'll save yourself a lot of wear and tear on your knee, your hips, and everything else. I am Dr. Brian McKay at Core Health in Darien, not just a chiropractor for Stanford, Darien, Norwalk, and New Canaan, but for feet, problematic feet. And like, if you have any questions, give us a call, 203-656-3636. Once again, 203-656-3636. Hey, thanks for listening. Have a great day.